most Green Bay Packers draft ever. Lucas Van Ness, we love. We really, really do. We think he does have the upside of someone like J.J. Watt. That's not our comp for him, but he's got that style of play. So it's not even that pick, except that they passed on all of the receivers. And I know, my dad was like, oh, they never do it. But there's a reason that they haven't reached that final stage in a long time. Even with Rodgers, they got to break their streak of drafting the way they draft. Devontae Wyatt was an awful pick, and he didn't do anything for them. The Georgia linebacker, whose name is
Quay Walker.
Yeah, Quay Walker was a great player last year. Middle linebackers can be found all over. Like that wasn't, such a. They have
Kobe
Devondre
Dean
Campbell.
fell to the third round. They could have had Dean in the third last year.
Yeah, and this is this year as well. Van Ness is a great player, worth the 13th pick by all means. But then what was the point of getting the pick swap with the Jets? Van Ness was going to be there. New England certainly wasn't going to take him. The Jets weren't going to take. Well, they took Will McDonald, so
maybe.
I don't know. And then they take Luke Musgrave, one of our least favorite tight end prospects, someone who's oft injured. He just is a one-trick pony. He's a seam stretcher. He doesn't make people miss. He's not a great route runner. He's not a good blocker. With Jayden Reed, we actually like the pick, which is why they're a little bit higher. There's a couple picks after Jayden Reed that we enjoy. Reed fills the need of a slot receiver, although he's more than that. And he should pair really well with Watson and Dobbs. But, man, this is a Packers draft. Tucker Kraft in the third is fine. We didn't love him either, but he's better. We had him better than Musgrave. Colby Wooden, didn't like him at all. Effort issues. He really took a ton of plays off at Auburn, and he's not really a good tackle or end. He's in between both. Sean Clifford is a great story. The video of him getting drafted is amazing. He wasn't a fifth rounder. And I don't know. I don't hate them taking a quarterback to back up Love. Clifford could have been had 2 rounds later. I don't see any way that he was getting drafted.
Clifford could have been had as a UDFA probably. I know there's Penn State fans who, like, again, you said the story with him, the video of him being drafted, but there's Penn State fans who have wanted him out of the quarterback spot for years.
Yeah, Dontavian Wicks is a developmental receiver. Again, it fell early. The receivers fell. Bryce Ford Wheaton wasn't drafted. A 6'4" receiver that tested almost identically to DK Metcalf didn't get drafted.
Landers, too.
Yeah, Matt Landers. And don't get me wrong, Ford Wheaton is extremely raw, but if you're going to throw a dart at a receiver, make it someone that's 6'4", muscular, and can sprint. But Anthony Johnson Jr. was a decent pick.
Carrington Valentine was a good pick late.
And Grant Dubois didn't get a chance to look at him. He's a small school guy. It sounds like it was a pretty good pick for a 7th round. Again, they helped out Jordan Love, but in such an odd order. Luke Musgrave was not worth the pick that they took him with all the other tight ends that were still on the board. Jayden Reed is a good value. I don't know. It's a Green Bay draft. We hope Van Ness works out, but we'll see. The Seattle Seahawks